2112 by Rush. Well, okay, I'm gonna be honest here. I've only heard one Rush album in as a whole, and that's 2112. That's why I picked it. I've heard tons of other Rush songs, but I've never heard an actual Rush album as a whole, besides this one. That's why I picked this one. So shout out to you, Ellie, who recommended this. So the first song, 2112, the dystopian theme. This is the epic of the album, I would say, and the most important piece of the whole album, and it's the album opener. Um, I gotta say, no other band can do progressions as good as Rush, especially well in this song actually. This song I feel is the strongest, and Time Machine does it really good as well. So we got bands like Opeth who do great progressions, but they're not as clean as when Rush does it. We have Dream Theater who does progressions, but it almost seems like they're doing it just for the sake of progressions. I actually don't even think their transitions are that clean and seamless. I also don't even think their progressions are necessary to the song. It's just because they're a prog rock brand or band. Um, what are some other ones? There's a ton of them. Cormorant is another one, which they do great, but I gotta hand it over to Rush when they do progressions. They are probably the finest prog rock band out there, and they do the best progressions, I think, and that shows really well on this album. It's a seven-piece song, and each one has its own. I can't remember each little scene. Like the first one is Overture. I can't remember what the rest are off the top of my head. I'd have to look at them, but this song is absolutely killer, and all the rest of the songs on this album are also really killer. But what grabs me the most is the first song, 2112. Uh, it paces itself so perfectly. It doesn't progress into these random progressions, which are what every other prog rock slash metal band does, where they just progress into a new section and you're like, okay, we're getting into something new. But in this album, the whole album and most of their songs, Rush's songs, is that when they progress, it makes sense into what they're progressing to. It's like a pacing of the whole song. The whole everything comes together really well. I would give this album a solid 7. It's good and all, but I would much rather listen to Cormorant when it comes to progressive metal or rock. And as much as I like this album, it's just a rock album. There's not. I don't know how to say it. They definitely do things a lot more unique and bring in a lot more flavor to rock than what rock bands usually do. I don't know what to say. It's not my taste. I'm not a big Rush fan, but I do see what they do and appreciate what they do. So, and it is interesting what they do. I like the album a lot. They do the best progressions in rock and metal history, I think. So, I mean, it's like I like it, but I don't ever go and listen to it. Yeah, that's all. That's what I have to say about the album. As you can tell, it's not much, but it's just the way they progress is what grabs me. The instruments are fine. The uh, the beats and everything that they're doing is it's good. Like I said, I don't hate the album. I'm giving it a 7. I feel like you guys missed my Cormorant review. Like, what the heck? I haven't heard from any of you guys on that video. So if you haven't seen that video, bam, go watch it right there. Let me know what you think, because I mean, this is a band that if you don't know of, you got to hear them. Since we're talking about prog rock slash metal, I mean, guys, come on now. These guys are great. Yeah, just go check that out. And I will see you guys later.